Oshiomole is suffering from PTSD. Fayemi fires former APC chairman over rigging allegation. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, has condemned the former national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Adams Oshiomole, for claiming he once asked him to rig an election in his favor. The presidential aspirant claimed that Oshiomole is still suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, following his removal as chairman of the All Progressive Congress. Fayemi called on the public to disregard the allegations of Oshiomole which he made on national television. The Ekiti State Governor, in a statement released through his spokesman, Yinka Oyebode, further stated that he has no reason to approach Comrade Oshiomole for favors for any election. The statement reads, "The allegation which was made on national television is not only false, puerile and laughable, it is a figment of the imagination of the former All Progressive Congress chairman, as Governor Fayemi has never asked Oshiomole to rig an election for him or any other person and never had any reason to ask for such. Members of the public are therefore urged to disregard the allegation by Comrade Oshiomole, who apparently is still experiencing a post-traumatic stress disorder on account of his removal as chairman of the APC. It is on record that Dr. Fayemi was not responsible for Comrade Oshiomole's removal as chairman of the All Progressive. He has his ward executive at the court to blame for that. The Ekiti State Governor has always considered Comrade Oshiomole a friend and political associate, even if they had fundamental differences over his kangaroo approach of disqualifying Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State from the All Progressive Congress primaries and his unconscionable autocratic management of party affairs while he was chairman of the party. For the avoidance of doubt, Governor Fayemi has no reason to approach Comrade Oshiomole for favors for any election. Governor Fayemi has a stellar track record of being a consummate Democrat even in difficult times. Many Nigerians can easily recall his historic concession speech in 2014 in an election that was clearly lost to electoral sleight of hand at the behest of the then People's Democratic Party, PDP-led federal government. This episode, APC is giving to us, no problem. No problem. I want to ask, why is it now he's coming out to say this? I don't understand. Is Oshiomole running for the presidency? Because there are things that when they happen, you start wanting to piece them piece by piece together. You want to start asking questions. Is Oshiomole running for the presidency? Is he running for the governorship of Ekiti State? So why is he going to come out and say this now? What brought about this particular topic? Okay. Oshiomole has forgotten that if he claims to have the gift of the gab, he can't write it as his more educated enemies can write it. Now, what reply has he to the diagnosis of PTSD? He does not even know the meaning. My God. I'm sure he does not know the meaning because he is an opportunist tailor. People should leave me alone. Oshiomole can be right. That is what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying we are not accusing anyone, but I'm saying for the fact that this information does not in any way better the life of Oshiomole. This information does not in any way help Oshiomole. Oshiomole is not running for the governor of Ekiti State. He's not running for the presidency. So, why will he come out and say this if it is not true at all? Everybody knows that Oshiomole does not lie. And everybody knows that Fayemi is a quisling and a manipulator. Okay? God will expose you all one by one. My dear, this episode is getting very interesting. It is better to speak the truth and let the devil be shamed. Politicians are never to be trusted. This is what we are going to hold on to. Had it been some politicians are people who we can say, okay, 10% of the politicians in Nigeria are good. For where the ones we hold in high esteem, they have all fallen our hands. Yes, the ones that have been calling white, all of a sudden, because of one selfish ambition, they will call black white, and they will call white black. And you start asking yourself, even this person too, will be say you even think, say this person is even better. The person will fall your hands immediately. So I'm not going to blame anyone who would believe this. I mean, who would not believe this? Anyone who will come out and say this thing can be true. No blame the person at all. Politicians are never to be trusted, especially those politicians in vintage position that are disrespectful of court government. Very soon, a book will be launched titled Under My Watch as APC National Chairman by Oshiomole, where it is going to expose all that happened. Wahala. Okay now. NDLEA need to be testing their politicians before they get to power because most of them take drugs. This life, Fahimi is denying he never asked Oshiomole to rig election for him. Fahimi is in turn saying PDP rigged him out of office. Who do we now believe? My dear, we don't know who is who in this game. We do not certainly know who is who. But one thing for sure is, Nigerian politicians have always showed us that we should not trust them. They have made us to believe that they are always telling us lies. The Nigerian politicians are just like monkeys who have similar behavior in the consumption of banana. All Nigerian politicians are ready to rig election if they have opportunity. Nigeria should note that what goes around definitely comes around. Expect more revelation. Because why I keep on replaying this on my head is that Oshiomole is not coming out for the governor of Ekiti State. Oshiomole is not coming out for the presidency like Fahimi. He's not. Is it Fahimi that is coming out? I think so. Now, what will make Oshiomole to come out and say this? Okay. Oshiomole just lied. Why not say sense? Why wait till when Fahimi declared to run for presidency? Old man that cannot act according to his age. I wonder how people reason. Oshiomole is saying rubbish, and people believe he's saying something. I've seen him as the most corrupt politician in Nigeria. Or have you forgotten his statement in quote, "Join APC and your sins will be forgiven"? Useless man. He should not drag Fahimi's name in the mud just because he wants to advance the interest of Tinubu, his master. Okay, we are watching. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.